How to graph a quadratic function in standard form. We have y equals negative x squared plus 4x minus 3. So the first step, call it step 1, is you need to find the axis of symmetry. And remember that the axis of symmetry is the line that cuts the parabola in half. It's a vertical line and it has an equation. It's x is equal to negative b divided by 2a. So I'm going to go to my quadratic equation and I need to figure out what is a, b, and I'll go ahead and find c also. So a is in front of the x squared term, so this would be a negative 1. B is in front of the x term, so that would be 4. And then c is negative 3. So I'm going to take my b and my a, I'm going to substitute them into this equation, and I'll calculate the axis of symmetry. So I have negative, b is 4, divided by 2 times a, which is negative 1. And then I'm going to simplify the numerator, which is negative 1 times 4 is negative 4, divided by, and then let's simplify the denominator. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. And then negative 4 divided by negative 2 is a positive 2. So my axis of symmetry is the line x equals 2. And then I want to go over here and I want to graph that line. So here's my x-axis. I'm going to find 2. On the x-axis, I'm going to draw a vertical line at x equals 2. Step number 2 is we want to find the vertex. Now the vertex is a point on the axis of symmetry. So it's going to be somewhere on this purple dotted line I drew. The x-coordinate of the vertex is the same as the axis of symmetry, so it's got to equal 2. And so we've got to come up with the y value. So to get the y-coordinate, we're going to go up here to this equation y equals. I'm going to substitute my 2 in for x, and I'll calculate a number that will be equal to y. So let's do that. I've got y equals negative, and where I substitute in for x, I'm just going to put it in parentheses. So the 2 is in place of the x, and I have to square that, plus 4. And in the place of x, I'm going to plug in a 2, and then I have my minus 3. Now, you can type this in your calculator just like you see it and hit enter, and it'll give you the y value, or you'll have to just use your brain and solve in your head. This would be y equals, if I'm using my brain, I have to think order of operations. I'm going to calculate exponents first. So 2 squared is 4. And I'm going to take that 4 and I'm going to multiply it by this negative 1. So that gives me negative 4. And then I go 4 times 2 is 8. And I have my minus 3. And then I'm going to go negative 4 plus 8 is positive 4. And 4 minus 3 is positive 1. So my vertex is the point 2, 1. So I'm going to go to my graph and I'm going to plot the vertex. The point 2, 1 is right here. Now I know this parabola opens down because a is negative, so that it's going to go somehow like this. So this is the top, it's a maximum. And now I need to get my other points. Now to get your other points, you can make a table. We'll pick some x values, we'll calculate the y just like we did with our vertex, plot those points, and then we're pretty much done. Now how do you make your table, or what x values do you pick? I always find my vertex, or my axis of symmetry, which is the line x equals 2, and I go to the right one, which would be x equals 3. I'm going to use 3, and I'm going to go to the right again, and I'll be at x is 4. So these are the 2 x values I will use to create my table and get my other points. So if x is 3, I'm going to plug it into the original equation and calculate the y value, just like I did over here for the vertex. So I've got y equals, I've got a negative, I'll put a parentheses, plug in my 3, that'll be squared, plus 4 times 3 minus 3. And I'll calculate. So 3 squared is 9. 9 times a negative 1 is negative 9. Plus 4 times 3 is 12 minus 3. Negative 9 plus 12 is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. So the point 3, 0 is on my parabola. There's 3, 0. I'm going to do the same thing again, but I have to use 4 this time. So I've got y equals a negative. Substitute a 4, that'll be squared, plus a 4 times a 4, minus a 3. So 4 squared is 16, times a negative 1 is negative 16. And then 4 times 4 is positive 16, minus 3. So negative 16 plus 16 is 0, and then 0 minus 3 is a negative 3. So I've got the point 4, negative 3. So here's 4, here's negative 3. What I have here is I have the right side of the parabola. So something like that. And then now I just need to get the left side of the parabola. So what I'm going to do is take each of these points on the right, and I'm going to reflect them across the axis of symmetry, because it cuts the parabola in half, so each side is a mirror image of each other. So this point is 1 to the right. So I'm going to go 1 to the left, and I have a point there. This one is 2 to the right, so I will go 2 to the left, and I'll have another point, and I can connect the dots. And now I have my parabola. And a way you can check this, at least this point, is that the C right here is the y-intercept. So I should have a point at negative 3 on the y-axis. So if I go to the y-axis and go to negative 3, there's a point there. So I know that I have the right y-intercept. So I at least know these 2 points are right. And because we calculated properly, we can be 100% sure that these 2 points are accurate also.